Hello and welcome to the Balancing Act Chicago edition. I'm Montel Williams. We're bringing you community stories and introducing you to businesses and people who are making a difference. So let's see who's making a difference right here in your neighborhood.
On this episode of The Balancing Act, delicious cold brew infused caffeinated candies, effective strategies to overcome life challenges, a unique dining experience, plus lots more. Today on The Balancing Act.
What a great show we have lined up. Let's see what's first.
Coffee. It's what gets most people moving in the morning and what keeps them energized during the day. Now, imagine if you have your coffee exactly when you need it. No waiting, no fuss, no cup.
At Get Coffeed, we take the best parts of coffee and turn it into a portable, hassle-free way to get your energy through the day. There's 200 million adults that enjoy a cup of coffee every day, over 400 million cups of coffee consumed every day here in America. Coffee's not just a pick-me-up, it's a lifeline that helps us get through our mornings, through our daily struggles, or through our long afternoon slumps.
Get Coffeed is a brand new way to get your coffee and eat it too. It's like candy but better, and like coffee but better.
Get Coffeed is a hard chew candy made with real cold brew coffee. Each piece has 48 milligrams of natural caffeine without the junk. We're here to give coffee lovers a simple and convenient way to get their fix, anywhere, anytime. The idea came to me about a decade ago after learning about candy, teaching myself the chemistry behind it, learning about the equipment necessary to do it. I turned coffee into something that you can have on yourself anytime, anywhere, without the mess. Get Coffeed is much healthier than some of the other options out there. Energy drinks have a lot of sugar and some other stuff I can't pronounce. Our delicious coffee cafe drinks, they're nothing more than a dessert in disguise. At Get Coffeed, each piece has 3 grams of sugar and 15 calories of all natural ingredients. Just a good, portable, clean way to get your caffeine when you don't have time for a beverage.
Liquid coffee splashes, spills, can scorch your mouth if it's too hot. And then instantly in a couple minutes it can be too cold. And then everyone knows that you can't charm anyone with coffee breath. Get Coffeed is very convenient. You don't have to fill the coffee pot. You can just take it, throw it in your purse, throw it in your pocket. If you're running late, you don't have to wait in the drive-through line. If you are on a road trip, you don't have to make unnecessary stops as if you were drinking liquid coffee. Get Coffeed is simple. Just pop it in your mouth, taste the delicious mocha flavor, and experience that wide awake ray of sunshine that everyone deserves. Convenience has never tasted so good with Get Coffeed.
Get Coffeed is really just so simple and effective, but probably the most unique feature is the way in which we absorb the caffeine. So a traditional beverage absorbs through the stomach lining, and that can take anywhere from a half hour to 45 minutes. Get Coffeed is absorbed through the mouth lining, so it's 5 to 10 times faster, getting the caffeine or the energy boost there much quicker. One of the most impactful things in our candy is that it includes L-theanine. It's an amino acid that's naturally occurring in the green tea leaf, and really what it does is it really helps kind of smooth out the negative effects of caffeine, so you get a more smooth and focused energy. It's individually wrapped, and it's really easy to transport. Grab a handful, grab a couple, throw them in your pocket, put them in your purse, and you can use them anytime throughout the day with no inconvenience of the beverage.
Perfect for an afternoon pick-me-up. Get Coffeed lets you enjoy coffee in a whole new way.
200 million Americans have coffee every day. We're all looking for that little bit of energy and that edge to make it through that day. Whether you're a teacher, a pilot, a student, an athlete, Get Coffeed is for anyone that needs energy on the fly.
In an office setting, you can still put it in the break room. Everyone can come and get their piece of Get Coffeed and have those water cooler moments, talk about being productive for the day, and you don't have to worry about cleaning the coffee pot or making sure that the coffee pot's turned off when you leave work.
At Get Coffeed, every day is a beautiful day. Pop a Get Coffeed in your mouth and enjoy your happy, focused energy.
It's a new item. It's a new category to the world. We're working on some new flavors, some potential seasonal twists, and some collaborations with other companies out there. We're here to shake up the industries where convenience is king. At the end of the day, we want to do our part to try to make our item just a little bit better for you and for the world. Get Coffeed's never been about money for me. It's about building a team that's family, about all of us being rewarded and valued for our hard work and appreciated every day. To me, the real magic happens when you create something special and you see it lift others up.
To learn more about Get Coffeed, visit getcoffeed.com or see the segment again on thebalancingact.com.
Let's take a look at great people doing great work.
Life can be difficult, and for those dealing with anxiety, depression, family conflict, or grief, it can be even more overwhelming. Let's take a look at how, with the right tools and support, life can also be hopeful, exciting, and rewarding.
At Midwest Center for Hope and Healing, we find it really important to meet the client where they're at so that we can help them kind of find new approaches and new ways to manage whatever it is that they're dealing with. After the pandemic, we saw once people were returning back to work that it was creating a lot of anxiety for them. We've seen it with children dealing with reintegrating into social situations. Mental health is a growing area for our communities, and we're happy to be able to provide those resources.
Jennifer Knox, founder and clinical director of Midwest Center for Hope and Healing, understands the importance of connecting with one's therapist. The staff of licensed and caring therapists offer a variety of counseling services for individuals of all ages, couples, and families.
Here at Midwest Center for Hope and Healing, we do individual counseling, couples, and family, and we work with a range of people age-wise. Therapies that we utilize would be CBT, EMDR, neurofeedback, and biofeedback. Being a holistic practice, we're really looking at the person as a whole and kind of where they're at and what they're needing.
Innovative ideas are revolutionizing therapy. When combined with therapy, lens neurofeedback treatment can lead to significantly better outcomes.
Lens neurofeedback is an approach where you're recording brain waves and you're mirroring them back at a very low frequency. And we're able to really help people who are struggling with anxiety symptoms, depression, anger outbursts, and it's helping regulate their emotions, their responses to things. Lens neurofeedback is so safe, we even use it on children. Our average counseling session lasts about 50 to 60 minutes. A lot of times our clients see results after the very first session.
Hope and healing. It's not just in the name. It's the message that MCHH offers you when helping you to work towards personal wellness.
The name Hope and Healing was really important for me to include in our name because I really wanted to convey empathy and hope in their healing journey. When you're at home struggling, feeling very alone and isolated, I hope that you realize that there are places available to help you through this process, and we are happy to be that place.
To learn more about Midwest Center for Hope and Healing, visit MCHHcounseling.com or see the segment again on thebalancingact.com.
Our next story is serving up a real treat. Take a look.
Does the thought of delicious, scratch-made fresh Italian food make your mouth water? If so, then you're in luck. Look no further than downtown Chicago, where Rosebud on Randolph has just the flavors you've been craving.
Rosebud. Rosebud is this right here. Alex, Dana, the boss. Cooking, this is my life. This is 50 years of the most beautiful food, all married together for the greatest red sauce company, Rosebud. It's all about family. My mother and father gave their lives to pleasing people from the kitchen to the front door. Little Italy, Taylor Street. This is where it all started 50 years ago. And people are still coming to Rosebud restaurants, enjoying all the great foods that we put on the table and watch people enjoy themselves. And remember, when you start 50 years ago in Italian restaurants, the most greatest thing an Italian can do to you, or anybody, go like this. That means the food is beautiful.
Their extraordinary chefs make everything that matters by hand.
Our menu is a long-standing Chicago tradition in Italian-American cooking. Picture Sunday dinner. We've encapsulated this experience in every one of our restaurants, and it's showcased on our Rosebud menu. Food and hospitality always inspires me. Bringing people back to an experience of a simpler life continues to inspire me. Waking up in the morning, smelling fresh tomatoes and garlic, watching my mother hand roll meatballs brought me back to a level of comfort and tradition. And that's what Rosebud is. And that's what's interpreted in all of our dishes.
An upscale, casual dining experience that you will thoroughly enjoy, from the cocktails to the cannolis.
I love Rosebud because Rosebud has been a part of every family celebration, birthday, any real special occasion. My parents have always been fans of Rosebud, my grandparents, and then me and my siblings. Growing up in the suburbs, we always had Rosebud locations near us where we could go to have a true classic Italian dinner. And now that I've moved into the city, I have Rosebud within walking distance. And so, any pre-show dinner or even after show, it's always been a great landing place where you'll have a great meal. My favorite Rosebud menu item has to be one of the Rosebud originals, the eggplant stack. It is only found at Rosebud. It has all of the best ingredients. It's such a unique salad, and while you can order it as an appetizer, it's my go-to for entrees. When I think of Italian in Chicago, the name is synonymous with Rosebud.
Rosebud is just such a staple in Chicago, and coming from a big Italian family, we're always looking for a great meal. We can be pretty critical sometimes, but Rosebud never disappoints. If you know me, I'm always ordering the rigatoni alla vodka. I think the true test to an Italian restaurant is how good their vodka sauce is, and Rosebud's at the top. I remember growing up as a family, we would always make our trips downtown, and every single time we would end up at Rosebud on Rush Street. We would leave full and happy and have the best memories.
Rosebud restaurants offer a unique dining experience like no other.
Italian cooking is all about simplicity. We buy from the best possible purveyors, all imported products, and this is what brings Rosebud to another level. This is why people have loved our restaurants for over 50 years.
For more information about Rosebud restaurants, go to rosebudrestaurants.com or go to our website, thebalancingact.com.
When legal aid is required, what you need most is someone you can trust, as we'll find out in this next story.
Most people don't enter a marriage thinking it will end in divorce. Unfortunately, sometimes this is the only option. While no one truly wins in a divorce, there are ways to navigate the process to make it less contentious.
When I'm first talking with a client and they first show up in my office, they're often very scared because they don't know what is in front of them. I really try to help people stay on course and not have to end up in court and resolve their issues either in mediation or through collaborative law. Because let's face it, divorce is hard even in the most amicable of circumstances.
The Law Office of Michelle A. Lawless has created a new way forward in family law.
There are a myriad of different options that couples can choose from today. There's mediation, attorney-assisted mediation, collaborative law, and then there is litigation, which is needed in some cases. A collaborative divorce is a very unique process. It is a team approach to divorce where the couple will hire a team consisting of 2 lawyers, a financial professional, a child specialist, and potentially a divorce coach. And that team will meet with the couple over a series of sessions and help them resolve their case.
As a certified mediator, Michelle can help parties navigate their family law matters through the mediation process rather than costly court proceedings.
Mediated divorce is a situation where a couple will hire a neutral mediator, so one person, to facilitate conversations between the 2 parties and help them resolve their dispute. I find that clients are comforted by having a lawyer present during mediation.
Divorce law differs from state to state. It's imperative that you choose a firm who knows the ins and outs of your state law.
Illinois is an equitable division state, and equitable does not mean equal. Most people assume that you are just going to get 50% of the marital estate. A spouse may have an opportunity to request more than 50% to make the division of the overall estate equitable.
Each case is complex in its own way. However, the ultimate goal is to allow both parties to resolve their issues and move forward amicably.
I wish every client knew coming into a divorce that they are going to have to hear things that they don't want to hear. That does not mean you should run into court. At the end of the day, you have to be comfortable with the process you chose.
To learn more about the Law Office of Michelle A. Lawless, visit the website at malfamilylaw.com or see this segment again on thebalancingact.com.
I'm banking on our next story being one you shouldn't miss.
Credit unions are the best kept secret. They work like a bank. They have the same services as a bank, but because credit unions are owned by their members, they tend to offer significant financial benefits that may not have otherwise been available to many consumers.
Any of the profits that a credit union makes at the end of the year is given back to the members. And most credit unions offer all the same products and services and technology that banks do. Great Lakes Credit Union is a not-for-profit financial cooperative that serves nearly 100,000 members, meeting our members wherever they are in their financial stage of their life.
Great Lakes Credit Union is a credit union serving the Chicago area. With 19 locations and counting, their mission is to build up consumers and communities through banking and financial empowerment.
The mission of credit unions is people helping people. We take that one step further here at Great Lakes Credit Union, and our specific mission is community give back. We believe that by building up the communities, that's going to make the consumers in those communities stronger, which is going to make really everybody stronger, including the credit union. Other ways we give back to our community is offering free counseling services, whether it's one-on-one counseling to consumers in the area, or it's seminars like our first-time home buying seminar.
We provide one-on-one housing or financial counseling for anyone in the state of Illinois or Wisconsin. You just have to be 18 and over. We are one of 5 housing counseling agencies in the nation that's parent organization is a credit union. We have 8 HUD certified counselors on staff. We're actually one of the biggest housing counseling agencies in the state. A participant can meet with a counselor either virtually or in person. Housing and financial counseling services are open to the public. You do not need to be a member of the credit union. Our goal is to improve the stability and quality of life of families and communities by providing education and counseling in the areas of tenancy, financial management, home ownership, and foreclosure intervention.
Being a member and being a part of Great Lakes Credit Union has helped me tremendously. It's the reason why I'm actually still in my home.
What does that one house mean to a community? It's your streets, it's your schools, it's your fire stations. In the last 3 years, we have served over 7,000 households through our housing and financial counseling program. We have helped save $60 million in assets through foreclosure intervention counseling. We have helped gain $20 million in assets through our pre-purchase home ownership program. So again, housing stability is critical for our communities.
Credit unions are able to serve their communities, in my opinion, better than larger banks. It really has to do with that personal service. The people helping people philosophy was adopted by credit unions right from the get-go. It really signifies how we are here as credit unions to help consumers in need.
With minimal requirements to open an account, anyone across the Chicagoland area can be part of Great Lakes Credit Union and start benefiting right away.
It's very easy to become a member of the credit union. You only need $1 to sign up. It takes 15 minutes.
I would recommend Great Lakes Credit Union to the world. They have the resources, the competency, and the people that will help you make tremendous change in your life. There's no better place where people actually care about you as a person, will invest in you, will actually let you know that even though you may have made a mistake or even though you may be in a situation that's not ideal, there are avenues and there are resources to help you.
There's a lot of community banks that are doing great things in their community. I just think credit unions do it better than anybody else. The members have a voice in the credit union. The members are the owners of the credit union. Our members serve on the board of directors of our credit union. Having a robust digital offering, online, mobile banking is a necessity. It's focused on that people helping people philosophy, and it's focused on empowering the financial lives of our members and communities. The future is bright at Great Lakes Credit Union. We want to continue to grow as an organization so we can provide the great products, services, resources, education that we provide our members today. We want to be able to provide that to even more consumers.
To learn more about Great Lakes Credit Union, visit glcu.org or see the segment again on thebalancingact.com.
Mental health awareness is increasing, and our next story highlights just how important it is.
Life can be busy. Between taking care of your family and your career, there's not always a lot of time left to take care of yourself. Unfortunately, this is where serious mental health problems can start and easily spiral out of control.
We recognize the value of mental health care being very powerfully intertwined with overall wellness and physical well-being. Studies have been able to demonstrate this sharp connection between the two, and we recognize that conditions like diabetes, heart disease, even chronic pain symptoms can be powerfully affected by one's mental wellness. Geode Health is an outpatient behavioral health organization dedicated to delivering quality, effective, and accessible mental health care to as many patients as we can.
Geode Health believes that mental health care is not just crisis care, it's daily care. Regular attention to your mental health can prevent more severe issues like depression, anxiety, and substance abuse.
Some of the early warning signs that a person can experience when they're having psychiatric issues, even if they're physically feeling well, can include personality changes, sleep changes, episodes of anger outbursts. They may turn to alcohol or other substances. There can be problems in their social interactions or a withdrawal from the people who they love and care about deeply. At Geode Health, we see a wide range of folks with various psychiatric issues. This includes some of the more common conditions like anxiety disorders, depression, sleep disruption, but we can also see some of the more complex conditions like PTSD, schizophrenia, and bipolar disorder. We also address some of the other challenges like family conflict, school problems, and even work problems or interpersonal difficulties. At Geode Health, our mission is clear: to offer accessibility, affordability, and effectiveness in mental health care. We offer in-person and remote or telehealth options for all of our patients.
Mental health is becoming a central part of many conversations. People are more openly discussing their mental well-being in personal and even professional settings.
Stigma does actually prevent people from seeking mental health services. There's a fear of being judged, or there's a misperception about what type of services are going to be available or needed for the patient. But also, by preventing one from talking about what they need and what's going on in their lives, we're really missing that opportunity to allow the patient to express themselves and then seek the actual care that they need. Accessibility to healthcare is one of our quality metrics. We track this on a regular basis to make sure that people can get in for services in a timely manner. About 95% of our clinics are able to get people in for their first appointment within 1 week. We address the issue of affordability by being on most of the major insurance panels, as well as taking Medicare and Medicare Advantage. We ensure through consistent use of measurement-based care and best clinical practices that we're delivering the highest quality of mental health services. At Geode Health, we take a holistic approach to offer whatever services are necessary to our patient. This includes talk therapy, psychotherapy, as well as psychiatric medication evaluation and management. And we also offer other more advanced treatments like TMS, transcranial magnetic stimulation, and Spravato, which is an FDA-approved treatment for treatment-resistant depression. We offer the best of mental health care all in one place.
Good mental health allows you to manage your emotions effectively, cope with stress, and face challenges with a more positive mindset.
We've seen shortages in mental health care accessibility throughout the country. At Geode, we are building our workforce by bringing on highly trained, very skilled clinicians in all of the disciplines, including psychotherapy, psychiatric medication management, through our physician assistants, nurse practitioners, and our board-certified psychiatrists. Seek meaning in your life. Know that mental health services are available, they're accessible, and they're super effective.
To learn more about Geode Health, visit geodehealth.com or see this segment again on thebalancingact.com.
Thanks for joining us on The Balancing Act. We'll see you next time.